Florence and the Machine with Shake It Out. The weekly Groan then. We haven't had a mobile phone groan for a few weeks now. I want to concentrate on the quirks of my mobile, which is a Nokia 800 Tough. I will at this stage say that there's many other makes and models available. Generally, I'm happy with what I've got. I've had it for about 3 years. It is tough and handles calls and texts well. I don't do much else with it. It's not a smartphone, but it does have apps, so a feature phone, and we'll get on to that. Firstly, getting to the SIM card is a faff. You can pry open the cover no problem, but to access the SIM card tray you need to use the included metal tool. If you don't have that on you, then you need some tweezers to try and get this thing out. Who carries tweezers on them? Well, a few, but not many. Not ideal, although I suppose the argument is how often do you remove your SIM card? It uses its own operating system called Kai OS. You can't update it, certainly not on my model, and to this end, apps like X, Facebook and WhatsApp now have restricted use, or you can't use them at all, and there's nothing you can do about it. With Facebook, for example, I can get onto my profile, but Messenger no longer works. Great. You can't, listen to this, you can't change the text message alert tone. This drove me crazy trying to find this non-existent setting. The existing alert isn't very loud, even though the volume's on max, and there's 3 chimes that sound when a text is received. You can change every other sound on this phone, for example ringtones when someone calls, and that one is loud, but the text alert is the only one you can't. Trust me, I've tried, I've looked in the manual, online, everywhere, it can't be done. The LED light, which isn't that bright, flickers when the screen is on, so you've got to switch the screen off when the light is in use. The best bit is the alarm. If you set the alarm for say 7 a.m. and then close the alarm app via the close app button, which doubles up as the end call button, then it won't save properly. The alarm will go off at about 7:06, although this can vary. What good is that? Clearly there's a bug in the operating system. Now, at least it's not going off at 8:06, for example, but still, it doesn't give you confidence. If I set my alarm at a specified time, I expect it to go off at that time. There is a workaround, by the way, and that's to set the alarm and then use the back button instead. Then it will go off at the correct time. So fine, it's not the end of the world. It does make you wonder who tests these things before they go to market. Like I say, you would have thought a software update would solve some of these issues, or all of them that I've mentioned, but there are no updates in 2025, and when was the phone launched? 5 years ago. Not that long back, and it's already locked in time with limited use.